The FPV drone is in standby mode on the roadside. A group of enemy infantry approached the drone to within about 1 meter. The operator started the drone's engines and captured one soldier from the group of 5 infantrymen. The entire area is mined. Anti-personnel mines have been laid along the possible evacuation route for civilians. The mines were laid by the enemy. Engineers from the Black Rods Brigade continue to clear mines in the Dnipropetrovsk region. The importance of NRKT's presence on the front line. A robot transported a wounded Russian soldier near Kostiantynivka. The ground robotic platform transported the wounded soldier to an armored vehicle. The soldier was then evacuated.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
Once again, Russian FPV drones located enemy infantry one by one. The FPV drone convoy attack left enemy infantry no chance. Moments of Russian airstrikes on Ukrainian positions in the Kharkiv region. Footage of artillery attacks by FPV operators affiliated with the Siberian Union targeting Ukrainian armed forces equipment and critical fortifications. Immediately after the artillery fire, Russian UAV operators launched powerful attacks on Ukrainian positions, using Molniya 2 UAVs equipped with mine munitions. A Canadian-made armored vehicle was detected and destroyed near Kostiantynivka. The crew of the armored vehicle was then searched for in the area. After the building where the enemy infantry group was hiding was detected, an FPV attack was carried out. The building sustained heavy damage and caught fire after the explosion. Today, Vladimir Putin awarded the title of Hero of Russia to Sergei Yarashov, who held his position alone for 68 days in Grishino, northwest of Krasnoarmeysk. For 30 days, without exaggeration, he relayed crucial information about the enemy's movements. In other words, for an entire month, the enemy didn't even suspect that a Russian soldier was sitting right under their noses, relaying vital information to us. Russian operators attached a rake to the front of the drone. Then they shot down the enemy's UAV in midair. Images from the Toretsk direction. 4 Russian tanks were attacked by Ukrainian drones as they advanced for the operation. Ukrainian drones attacked intensively. One of the tanks was disabled. The second tank suffered minor damage. It was decided not to risk the crew and to postpone the operation. The faulty tank had to be left in place. Ukrainian drones attacked for several days, tried in every possible way to destroy the Russian equipment. But this did not happen. the Russians decided to take the tank back. A few days later, the tank was recovered and repaired. It will soon be back in action again. Footage of the tank being serviced and repaired. A Ukrainian FPV drone hit a vehicle carrying civilians in the Sudzha border region. The FPV drone that hit the windshield of the vehicle fortunately did not explode. This is how those images were reflected on the cameras. Russian reconnaissance units quickly identified 3 mortar positions of the Ukrainian armed forces. Without delay, drone operators flew to the mortar positions in 3 different locations. The mortars were destroyed with a single strike. UAV operators of the 37th Separate Guards Motorized Rifle Brigade of the 36th Combined Arms Army destroyed an abandoned armored personnel carrier vehicle in the direction of South Donetsk. Such abandoned vehicles can be a trap. Therefore, their destruction is important for the security of the region. Kharkiv direction. A repeater antenna has been destroyed. The infantry of the Ukrainian armed forces are camouflaging something, but I don't understand what it is. What do you think they are camouflaging? Could it be a machine gun? A Russian FPV drone is approaching and destroying what the infantry is camouflaging. '58th Russian Army soldiers destroyed a self-propelled howitzer with Lancet barrage ammunition. Artillery of the 29th Brigade of the 200th Brigade of the 200th Guards. All volunteer army hit an armed forces of Ukraine concentration area in the village of Bogatyr. After a direct hit by artillery, bombers of the 11th Guards Air Force and the Air Defense Army also hit the target with 2 FAB-500s. The 255th Regiment again spotted the infantry of the Ukrainian armed forces. Soon the coordinates were transmitted to the artillery unit. As a result of precise adjustments by the Russian artillery, the target was destroyed. Russian troops are advancing in the direction of Mirnohrad. Aircraft-type attack UAVs of the 14th Independent Guard Special Forces Brigade of the Vostok Group destroyed Ukrainian armed forces bunkers in the village of Otradnoye. UAV operators of the 35th Combined Arms Army Eastern Group struck a Ukrainian Armed Forces UAV checkpoint in the South Donetsk direction.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
In the Donetsk region, a Swedish-made BVS-10 amphibious and tracked armored vehicle of the Ukrainian Armed Forces was destroyed. In the direction of Zaporizhzhia, Russian FPV drones hit the Ukrainian armed forces. The soldiers of the REB unit of the Dnieper forces neutralized more than 100 Ukrainian armed forces UAVs of various types in the Kherson region. KVN fiber optic FPV UAV operators destroyed a 122 mm 2S1 Gvozdika self-propelled gun belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces in the Sumy region. A single FPV drone was sufficient to destroy the howitzer. North of Rodinsky, an armored vehicle belonging to the Ukrainian armed forces was destroyed by FPV UAV attacks. The crew immediately abandoned the armored vehicle and fled into the forest upon seeing the FPV drone. After a series of drone attacks, the vehicle was reduced to scrap. Robot warfare. UAV operators attached to the 29th Artillery Regiment of the 11th Army Corps of the Northern Military District destroy an enemy robotic vehicle near Kazakya Gora in the Kharkiv region. Sometimes in videos, we only see robots destroying each other. This perfectly sums up where modern warfare is headed. A Turkish Kirpi vehicle carrying Ukrainian armed forces officers and mercenaries was destroyed by fire in the Zaporizhzhia region. The armored vehicle was destroyed by FPV UAV operators from the Ulyanovsk Airborne Forces Unit, which is part of the Dnipro Airborne Forces. As can be seen in the footage at the end of the video, the passengers managed to get out of the vehicle and took shelter under the concrete supports of the nearest bridge. However, the UAV operators also reached them there. According to what we learned during the radio communication, these were officers from one of the Ukrainian Armed Forces brigades and foreign mercenaries. A Russian FPV drone spotted Ukrainian soldiers fleeing during a reconnaissance mission. One soldier was unable to escape. The operator pursued the soldiers. Russian reconnaissance drone operators spotted a group of 3 Ukrainian soldiers walking down the street. Realizing they were being followed, the soldiers scattered and hid in different buildings. A drone attack was carried out on one of the buildings. Hearing the explosion, another soldier quickly ran outside and decided to hide in another building. The drone operator was unable to carry out an accurate strike. The soldier took advantage of this opportunity to escape and hide in another basement. However, the basement was destroyed. Another group of 3 Ukrainian soldiers was found walking in the same direction. They were unable to get very far. Fast and furious. A Russian drone is chasing a Ukrainian pickup truck. One of the soldiers in the vehicle fired without looking back, but was unsuccessful. Russian missiles destroyed Ukrainian armed forces positions in and around Vovchansk. High-precision air-to-ground missiles and heavy rocket artillery are playing a significant role on the battlefield, effectively destroying enemy shelters in Vovchansk and Vilche. A unit of Ukrainian special forces was captured by Russian FPV drones in the Orikhovo direction. The footage shows attacks by Russian aircraft-type UAVs and fiber optic drones.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe and like.
Kharkiv, a UAV belonging to the 44th Army Corps detected and destroyed a Ukrainian shelter. Russian UAV operators destroyed a Ukrainian armed forces vehicle in the direction of Konstantinovka. Grid protections did not help the Ukrainians. Several FPV UAVs and now a Hummer are burning in the forest.